Good. Well, Dom, right here. Congratulations on the victory. Both of you guys said you guys had felt like you had been circling each other for quite a while since making it to the UFC. So I guess after seeing Johnny for so many years rising alongside you, what was it like to finally get in there compared to the expectations maybe in camp?
I did expect him to be a little bit more aggressive, but this is super fucking dangerous, man. Super dangerous game we're playing. Yeah, I mean, everything he did, I expected. I wasn't caught off guard with anything. Yeah, it was a good technical fight.
And you said you expect him to be maybe a little more aggressive in there. So when you're putting together a game plan for Johnny Walker, who historically has kind of come out like wild, and it's not happening, I guess what is going on between rounds to maybe make adjustments, or are you just kind of having to do this on the fly in the middle of the fight?
Yeah, I was on the fly, and then I was making adjustments from my corner. Yeah, the game plan got switched up a little bit. You know, I expected him to be stepping into range more often, and he didn't. But I had to force the action a few times. I wobbled him a few times. But yeah, it was a technical good fight.
And I can't remember the term you used at media day, but you said maybe you had kind of maybe over planned in your head for the Olberg fight. Did you feel like that at all in there? Because like you said, like you had to kind of adjust on the fly and force the action.
No, I didn't feel like I over game planned or anything like that. It was just like you're fighting a guy who's not entering. You're fighting a guy who's not going. It's difficult to fight a guy like that. And then he's super dangerous. So if I go crazy, then I'm gonna run onto something. You know, I did get a concussion less than 6 months ago. You know, probably shouldn't have taken the fight, but I did, and I'm here. And I fought a very clean technical fight. I did my thing and felt like I dominated all 3 rounds.
I guess, does it feel like you were in a fight? Because it doesn't seem like you have any markings on you or anything like that.
Well, he didn't hit me. That's what I'm saying. Like he didn't enter. He didn't try to hit me. Like sure. If he would have tried to hit me, I could have put it on him more. But even so, he had marks on all the side of his face. His lip was bleeding. His cheek was bleeding. Like I was hitting him, landing and cutting him. The head kicks were landing, but like he didn't. He might have hit maybe one hook, and I glanced over at my corner because like that's it. But I mean, all respect to Johnny. I'm not trying to disrespect him at all or anything like that. He's a hell of a competitor. He's an extremely dangerous human being, and it was, being Dominick Reyes. People expect me to come out and just go all crazy and go for the knockout or get knocked out. And I have a son, and I need to come home with 2 checks more than anything, right? So getting 2 checks means more than entertaining.
Sure. And I guess last one for me, I guess when would you like to fight again? Because like you said, like he landed like one punch, didn't really land anything. It seems like you could get back in there relatively quicker than usual, but I guess when would you like to fight?
Yeah, I mean, well, I would like to fight relatively soon, maybe within 3 to 4 months, and then go again in December. Like I said, I'm here collecting checks now. I'm not getting younger, and I got a son, and yeah, let's get this money. It was nice to be in there for 3 rounds, though, to get that comfortability. And I got loose a few times and started flowing and doing my thing. But like I said, he wasn't committing or really stepping in range at all. So it was very difficult.
Are there people you want to fight, or do you feel like now you're in a position with 4 wins in the last 5 performances that you can kind of wait out and see how the division plays out before getting a name?
I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, my manager, I have a very good manager in Tiki Gazin. He'll take care of everything for me, and we'll get the next fight, and we'll keep rolling. I mean, 4 out of 5 is pretty dang good, Possibly my last fight might have been lost to the world champion tonight, so we'll see.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Dominic, a lot of fighters, sorry, a lot of fans were, oh, go ahead, actually. Ladies.
Oh, sorry.
Ladies first.
So after that win tonight, how close do you feel that you are getting another shot at the light heavyweight title?
So what, coming into the fight was a number 10, right?
I think so, yeah.
So still top 10, won 4 of my last 5, maybe 1, 2 more. We'll see what happens.
Thank you.
Thank you.
a lot of fans expected this fight to be a finish. When you were prepping for it, were you expecting that from Johnny Walker, a fight that it would maybe open up for a finish, or did you feel like you were in for the long run?
No, I 100% thought it was going to be a crazy, wild, throwing bows fight, but it didn't go down like that. You can't predict the future. You can only prepare for it. I did all my preparations. I did everything I had to do. I was seeing everything out there. I landed some pretty dang good shots, and he did get wobbled. But it's the fight game, man. You can't predict what's gonna happen. I can't predict what's gonna happen. We're just out there being as prepared as we can and giving it all we got. And yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the fans were booing. Does that affect you in any way? Do you feel like it's unfair to you? I mean, as you mentioned, it's unpredictable, right? Sometimes you go in there, get a knockout. Sometimes you don't.
It's like I said, it's a fight game. Sometimes it goes great, sometimes it doesn't. If they're gonna boo, they're gonna boo. Whatever. They could have easily turned around to just madhouse if I would have landed the shot that I was trying to land. If he would have just stepped in like one more inch, I would have landed that shot. But he wasn't, and I would push and he would pull. So it's hard to. I'm not gonna force it and impale myself. We're not gonna force the action here. So. It is what it is. That's the first time I've ever been booed. So you guys are the first for everything. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the UFC for 10 years, first time being booed, I take that as a badge of honor.
You mentioned 4 out of 5. It's pretty good. Do you feel like your next fight should almost be a title eliminator, or where exactly do you think you're at, considering that, if things would have gone differently in your previous fight, maybe you would have
This would be my fight. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's the game of what ifs, right? But we'll see. I know this company is performance-based, but I felt like that was a very good performance. I'm fighting Johnny Walker. That guy is no joke. I mean, you guys seen him. Like, this guy's a freak. So it was a good fight. Like I said, I hurt him a few times. I wobbled him. He marked up his face. I hurt him to the body. He couldn't touch me. He literally didn't hit me. He hit me one time with a hook. One time. It was a little one. I was like, ah. But it's a fight game, man. I wanted to get into it, but we couldn't exactly. I'm glad I'm taking home 2 checks to my newborn. That's all I have to say.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Dom over here. Congrats on the win. You're mentioning your newborn son. What has it been like, becoming a dad, and how has life changed, and how special is it? I think this is your first win as a dad.
Yeah, that's the dad strength, mental fortitude. I stuck to the game plan in terms of like my wife was like very adamant on me not being crazy and coming in going hard. She's like, stick to the game plan. And I called her after the fight, and she's like, I'm so proud of you. You did it for your family. You didn't just go out there and go crazy and try to just force action and put yourself in bad positions. So I'm proud of you. Obviously, I fought and I did my thing. I wasn't like running or anything like that, but I didn't put myself in bad positions, which that was kind of my Achilles heel. Like, I'm really good at all these other positions, but then I'll put myself in a bad position and really bad things happen, and I'm really happy, really happy about that. I get, I'm extending my career, extending my life, not taking damage, not taking, concussive blows. It's like, that's a win-win. Like, I get 2 checks and I didn't take any damage to my head. Like, that's huge. Not saying that I wasn't like avoiding him at all costs, but I had really good defense. I saw everything, and it was a good fight. I'm happy with my performance tonight.
Congrats on the win, and congrats on becoming a dad.
Thank you.
Dom, right over here. So I saw you and Johnny kind of stopped in the middle of the after fight, and you guys were just kind of talking there for a minute. What were you guys saying to each other?
He was like, bro, you got to tell these mother effers, this is dangerous. We can't just run around and attack each other all crazy. He was upset that they were booing, and I was like, yeah, bro, it's all good. Like, I get it. We're both super dangerous. He's like, bro, I'm not gonna just run in, bro. I couldn't hit you. He's fucking dangerous. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, bro, I'm with you. Like, we're both not just gonna run in. I was trying to get some action going, but it is what it is. He's a good guy, man. Like, I've always respected Johnny Walker. We're probably gonna end up training together from now on. Talking to Nick Sick, he's like, dude, that was tough for me because we're actually friends, So it was a lot of different kinds of emotions going into it, and it was like one of those fights that's like, it's tough mentally on both sides. Obviously, for me, fighting Johnny is super fucking dangerous, man. Like, this dude's super unpredictable, and he's fast and he's strong, but I did extremely well, and yeah, we just talked about. I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna spar you. I'm gonna give you a tough, give it to you a little more, and he's like, oh, okay, bro. So it's all good, man. We walk this. We're warriors that walk the same path, you know. So we have a tremendous amount of respect for each other.
So you said you felt like you won all 3 rounds in that fight. Were you surprised by the split decision at all, and just did you think the judges felt the same way?
No, I felt like I won all 3 rounds very unanimously, and the fact that it was split kind of irritated me. I mean, it was like, no, this shit again. Well, I got to deal with this shit again every time I go to decision. I got to deal with some clown judge who doesn't know what the hell they're looking at, you know. So obviously, I have my feelings about judges because they're trash. But once again, they proved they're trash again tonight. So here we are. All right, thank you.